Hello, friends. We are here. Somehow it's Tuesday again. I don't know how we got here. It's crazy. I am a little sleepy. I think if you are a person that usually comes here, I think I'm going to switch days, just so you know. I'm thinking about Thursdays for switching for my lives. Maybe around the same-ish time, but the time is about to change for daylight savings time. So I'll let you know. I'll probably post about that soon. But yeah, I'm here today, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're enjoying your voice, and I hope you are finding new and exciting ways that you know yourself and that you are able to enjoy without being perfect. That is a huge thing. I was just having a conversation with one of my students earlier today, and she feels like she's finally finding her voice after a long time of sifting through all the gremlin voices, of trying different things, of me asking questions over and over again. The questions are finally sinking in fully for her, and she's asking them for herself. And instead of being self-judgy every time something doesn't go as planned, she's methodical and graceful with herself and forgiving and scientific about it, which is really cool to watch. So I highly recommend that you start asking yourself, when you're hearing those moments that you're like, they feel are like cringe, right? Everybody has those moments. That's probably why you're here. You're like, I can sing okay, but there's cringy moments, right? If you have those cringy moments, I want you to tell yourself, first of all, you did your best. Thank you. I appreciate you. Second of all, how can I be a scientist about this? What would Sarah say? Okay, first of all, how is my nervous system feeling? Am I feeling safe? What can I do to change that, right? Next, what can I isolate, right? The thing that most people do when they have a mess up, right, a mistake when they're singing is like, number one, they just get down on themselves. They're like, crap, that was gross. Why can't I do that? They get frustrated, right? They let the gremlin voice drive. As soon as you have a mistake, that's the moment the gremlin loves to leap in and is like, ha ha ha, I told you so. Let me take you down this pathway of all the things that you've ever done wrong. And then you start feeling like crap because you made one mistake, right? The thing that we can do differently is to say, I don't have to go down that path. I know what my grandma's catchphrase is, and I know that I don't have to follow that. I don't have to engage with it. I don't have to let it in. I'm going to hear it no matter what, but I don't have to fully accept it. And so then you start to be able to get out from under that weight of, I am terrible, I can't do this, why can't I do this, right? It's just a heavy, heavy blanket. And the thing about your gremlin is it thinks it's helping you survive, right? It's all about survival mechanisms. And so it's helping you to survive by telling you all the things that you can't do so that you don't take a risk outside your comfort zone, because your comfort zone for your gremlin equals the only safety it knows. What it knows equals safety, and anything it doesn't know, anything new, equals danger, right? That sounds like a terribly closed-minded person. If you met that person in real life, you'd be like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. You're not open-minded. You don't see the possibility and the benefit of growth, right? Why would you want to hang out with that person? You are a growth-minded individual. That's why you're here. So we take the other path. We say, what if I had control over this? What if I can try something new, and what if it works, right? What if I send the gremlin away and I just experiment? What if I'm a scientist in this moment, right? Did you ever have like one of those little science kits when you were a kid and they give you like little things to test out and see what happens. And there's little experiments that you do in science class when you're a kid. You're like, okay, well, this chemical does this, and this chemical does the other thing, and this chemical turns it purple, right? And so that's what I want you to do with your voice. You're just isolating one variable, and you are tweaking it. You're keeping everything else the same. You keep the breath support the same. You keep the vowel the same, but you're just changing placement. And then you go through, and if changing that doesn't do anything, you switch variables. And if you don't know how to do science, go look up the scientific method, right? You see what's happening, and you say, what if this is true? You ask a question, and then you try it out. Many different variables. You test out all the different possibilities within that one variable, and you leave everything else the same. That's your control. And then you find out a lot of things, and then you conclude that this one works better for me than this one. So that is all I mean. It's as simple as taking the small steps to just stop yourself in the moment where you just messed up. And instead of going down that rabbit hole of I suck, I'm terrible, blah, you stop yourself and you ask all the right questions. You ask, am I feeling safe in this moment? If not, what can I do? There's like a whole flow chart. Maybe I should make a flow chart. That's not a bad idea. Am I feeling safe in this moment? If not, what can I do to make my body feel safer? Do I need to eat? Do I need to sleep? Do I need to drink water? Do I need to do some push-ups? Do I need to do any other sort of muscle engagement? Do I need to do some nice deep breathing? What do I do to that to derail this path, right? To stop this train into unsafety. Sometimes that means talking to somebody. That's an important thing that we don't talk about. We always talk about, especially people that are in the voice world, that we talk about, yeah, just go do some deep breaths and take a bath. That's good, but not the whole picture. Go talk to somebody. You need co-regulation as a human. Do you have a therapist that you need to talk to this stuff about? Maybe if you don't feel like you need to, who knows what you need until you try it, right? Go grab a friend. Go grab another singer who gets how you're feeling. Talk to them about it. Walk through it. Next, if your nervous system is feeling safe, if you're doing great, as long as you're not lying to yourself about it, what techniques are we attaching this to, right? Is that note that I messed up on a really high note? Do I have typical struggle points in my high register? And how can I isolate that? What am I looking for in that note, number one? Not just good or bad. That's very important. That's one thing I have to do with my students all the time, is I have to get them off of the good and bad spectrum, because that is unhelpful. Good and bad just means that you're judging and you're in gremlin mode, right? If you say it's bad, that's not a helpful adjective, right? A helpful adjective would be, okay, that high note sounds squeaky, or it sounds squeezed, or it sounds breathy, or it sounds flat, that we can work with, that we can get scientific about, and we can say, okay, if it sounds breathy, how do I get it less breathy? What is a sound that exists in my usual lexicon that is not breathy, right? I would bring you to a siren sound, or an owl hooting, or a witchy cackle, that's more in front, but also that high. So there are many tools we can use, and I've talked about them at length on here. But also, if you have questions, just send me a message. I'm happy to give you some things to try. That's what I'm here for. Even if you're not paying me, just ask. I'll make a video about it. And if that doesn't work, maybe you need a little bit of extra support. Maybe you need somebody to listen and hear things that you're not hearing. And that's what voice teachers are here for. So, and that's what you have other singers for, singers who are more experienced than you, and who get the feeling that you're going through when you're just going straight to this frustration. It's really not a good feeling. It's not fun to sit in that and wallow in that gremlin voice of I suck, I can't do it. But it's not true. It's almost never true. I've been doing this for 8 years. Yes, 8 years straight. And it's almost never true when somebody says I can't do something. We figure out how to do it. It might take a couple weeks, it might take a couple months, but they always get to the place where they turn that completely on its head. It's never true that you can't do a thing. You just may be approaching it from a wrong direction. And we may not know what that is, and we may not know how to fix it, but that's what I'm here for. That's what your fellow singers are here for. And that is why I created the Vocal Magic Program. If you're curious, just send me a message. I'm happy to tell you more about it. But the best thing you can do right now, number one, is to go watch my workshop, my free training. It's called Every Note is Easy. It's back up. It's new and improved. I am really proud of it. It covers so much juicy stuff that you don't hear in other voice training arenas. So go watch that. It's totally no charge to you. Just sign up. And at the end, I'm going to talk about the Vocal Magic Program. Of course, you know how these things go. Everything leads to the next thing. So if you watch that and you're like, cool, I like this, I'm ready, I'm down for the next thing, I'm going to tell you all about my Vocal Magic membership. And if you want this co-regulation, if you want this accountability, if you want this support, this singing family, and if you want one-on-one time with me, time singing for me and getting my feedback and talking in depth at length about this nervous system focused, trauma-informed training of the voice, I'm here for you. That's how you get time with me. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. And I hope you're getting the rest you need right now, because my goodness, everything is just coming at us hard and fast. So I love you, and I'm here for you. If you need anything singing related, I'm your person. Okay, I'll see you soon. Do-do-do.